Hey everyone! So today I'm going to talk to you guys about once when I went fishing with my dad. It was an awesome, memorable experience and I just want to share it with all of you. So, it was one day and we went out in the ocean, out in like the Pacific, just kind of around Bellingham. And I was like 13, I would say. And I'd been fishing with my dad a few times. But every time we caught just these little tiny fish. And you always gotta let them go because they gotta grow up and get big. So this one day though, we were out there and we were trolling around trying to find a hot spot. We had all this super cool radar that shows like what the bottom of the ocean looks like. And it was really neat because you could also see like if there was groups of things down there, like it was legit. But anyway, so we found this one spot. And it was where it got really shallow and then it fell off really fast. Like the elevation got crazy deep. So that, I guess, is like prime spot for fishing. It was like where everything was at. And I was kind of just letting my pole hang out, thinking it was going to be like any other time. I was going to catch these baby fish. All of a sudden, I felt a little tug, a little something. And, you get excited about that stuff. Like, what is it? What's it going to be? You have no idea. Excitement's building. And then I felt it get harder and stronger and faster. And you got to start reeling that in. So I did. I started going just kind of slow. And my dad came over because he could see I got something. And he actually had to help me because it was struggling. It was fighting. It did not want to be on that line at all. But, so we get it up to the boat, finally, after, quite a struggle. And I guess fish that big, you can't just pull them over the boat. You gotta get like a whole net out. So he gets his net and he looks down in the water and he sees it and he was speechless. He didn't even say anything. He just went down and grabbed it up. And it was huge. It was so exciting. It was like, well, I was 13, so I probably thought it was a lot bigger. But it was like this big. And it weighed 30 pounds. Like, I had never caught anything that big before. Like I said, they were just little baby things. So it was here in the boat. And, what do you do next? He had to take this little, wooden basher thing and hit it on the head. Which sounds terrible, I know. But you gotta stop it from suffering a little bit. Anyway, so then it's there on the bottom of the boat. And you got to put it on ice because how are you going to keep it fresh? So we put it in our little cooler and get all ready to go because it was kind of the end of the day. We decided to head back in. And as we were going, all of a sudden we see full movement on the top of the cooler lid. Like, what is that? And that was actually the only fish we caught that day that was big enough. So we kind of had a feeling it was coming awake. And all of a sudden, boom! It just like throws the lid off and starts flapping around, just going crazy. So we had to grab it, and then I had to sit on it. I had to sit on it the whole way home. It was crazy. And I could feel it underneath there, moving its little body and all of its muscles, and it was trying to escape. It did not want to be in that little thing. But finally, we got back in and took care of it, let it rest in peace. But then we brought it home. And I had to gut a fish, which I had never done before, and that was definitely an experience. You see everything. So I'm not going to go into detail about that. You really don't want to know about that. But then we get to cooking it, and it was so good. It was amazing, just like mouth-watering. Put tons of butter on there, and just, it was the best. Like seriously, one of the best days I have ever had with my dad. We got this huge fish, we got to catch it together, gut it together, and eat it. It was great. And I hope one day everybody gets to experience that for themselves. It's definitely worth it. Thank you.